Welcome back, everyone. Well, today I want to talk about some knife storage options that I use and one that I don't, but I really like it, so I wanted to throw that in as a third option. And also after that we'll get into some knife sharpening. First off, the magnetic bar that I use for my folders, I keep it in kind of in the closet area. The folders that I use most often that are accessible, I'll just put in there when I'm getting dressed and choosing what I'm going to wear that day. I'll also pick out my knife, and it's just so easy, and you just kind of grab it and go and just put it back there. It's out of the way. I think I got this idea from just seeing it in a kitchen with kitchen knives, and this really works well for me. Moving on to like small traditional knives, I use sack ups. I've been using them for years actually, and they're real simple. It's just these little bags essentially. You just roll them up and you can tie them. They're cotton, but they're a wicking material. Man, they just hold up so great. I've never had any problem with these, and I've even kept some folders in here, but when I switched to that magnetic bar, that's kind of the route I've gone. And you probably guys want to see some knives too. I didn't really intend this video to be a knife show video at all. This is a GEC sod buster. It's going to focus one of these days. Anyways, before I store these in here, because sometimes these are going to not be used as often, I'll also put some frog lube on these. Since some of these are carbon steel blades, I will put some frog lube on there, coat them up real good. And what I like about the frog lube also is it's food safe. I sometimes use my knives for food prep, or if I go out to a restaurant, I'll use that, and it'll be kind of my steak knife. And always get great looks from my wife when I do that. But it's great. And if you do use frog lube, a tip that I picked up from Patriot 36 is to heat up the metal beforehand. It does help on the corrosion resistance. Swiss Army Farmer there, because you care. My brother gave me this knife for Christmas, and I ate pork chops with it, and got a little bit of patina there at the tip. But great knife. So yeah, that's how I store my small traditionals, is I use these sack ups. Those are quite excellent. Been using them for, I don't know, years, and they're doing so well. Okay, the third option, I don't actually use this, but it would be something like a Stanley organizer. And I've seen a lot of guys store their knives this way, either through YouTube or forums, and I like it. It's just, it's real simple. It keeps them real organized and tidy. So that's it on storage. I'm just going to go ahead and move on to sharpening. So here we have this is the Benchmade Bushcrafter, and it is sporting a beautifully polished, perfect, symmetrical, consistent bevel all the way to the tip. And I'll talk about freehand sharpening, and I believe that it is an art, but it takes such a long time to master that by using a bench stone. And I have bench stones. I use them for other types of sharpening, but I don't sharpen freehand with knives, just because I feel like I can never get there. I can never get where I want to be. In order to get where I like my knives to be, I really want perfection when it comes to these. And I feel like you need some type of jig, like either a Wicked Edge or an Edge Pro Apex. And not only with the jig, but you also just need some time with it. And even with jigs, I feel like there's some skill involved with getting that right feel, where you can get that greatly consistent polished edge, that bevel, and even some knowledge of micro bevels or secondary bevels, the knowledge of the steel, how it's going to react, material you need to move, less is more. So, with all that being said, the majority of my knives, the knives that I care about and use, have been sent over to the ApostleP for sharpening. That GEC sod buster I showed earlier, it has been sharpened by the ApostleP. There we go. Takes a while to focus, but it is just perfect. If you can see that polished edge, it is perfect. This Benchmade 940, one of my favorite folders. What am I saying? It is my favorite folder, not one of, but it has been sharpened by the ApostleP. Believe me, these guys, when they leave from him, they are screaming sharp. And so I just wanted to give him a plug. He not only sharpens your knife, but he'll take a look at the pivot and how well it's opening. If it needs a little maintenance there, sometimes he may need to smooth or flatten those washers a little bit, which is just kind of an added bonus of what you're going to get. And his turnaround time is exceptional. I didn't even talk to him about this video prior, so I hope he's cool with me giving him a plug. I know he's got more business than he needs, but I'll put a link to contact him if you're interested. He does excellent work. His turnaround time's great. Once your knife is finished with him, as far as maintenance, something like your Spyderco Sharpmaker, if you already have it. If not, it's highly recommended. It works excellent also. Like a knife like this, I would never send the ApostleP. You can just maintain this knife with your Sharpmaker, and if you have a highly polished, perfect bevel that is, I mean, just near perfect from him, you can maintain it also with this. So this Spyderco Sharpmaker is more like a honer, and it just kind of tunes it up and gets it back to perfection. So, and that's about it. That's the sharpening and storage segment. Needed to get this out there. It's been working awesome for me. Hope y'all are doing well. Leave a comment. Take care.